Welcome back to the channel, and today I want to try to recreate an old creation of mine and use some of the new blocks and new technology we have in the game just to see how cool it'll be nowadays. So that creation is the Hoverbike. I've been building motorcycles lately, and I got reminded of the hover version of a motorcycle that I tried a while back, and this is what it looked like, and it ended up working pretty well. But you can see on the bottom here we have these, like, I have that the servo steering, the old school type of steering that is now replaced with gyro steering, which is just way nicer and way more effective and way less wobbly and glitchy. But we apparently it was an explosive bike back then too. But now we've got like better thrusters, we've got better self-balancing technology, we've got better turning technology, I have more experience building stuff, so let's try to do another hover bike. I don't know if I'm going to necessarily follow this blueprint closely or not. This might just be the best way to do hover pads and stuff, but I might be able to do it a different way. I'm just gonna try to go with the goal of just building a hover bike, and whatever happens, happens. If I end up coming to the same design choices, then that's probably just because it was the better design choices. So it is probably gonna have to be on a larger scale because of just the nature of the hover pads. This is our only size of hover pad, and relative to seat sizes, you can see they're pretty big. So I was thinking it might be fun to try to build like a small hover bike instead of the really big one with like multiple hover pads. But you know what? This actually is worth trying, because I do remember one big limitation with the hover pads back then. It's probably the same now, because I don't remember reading any update notes regarding the hover pads when it comes to this. But when you tilt a hover pad, I think it drastically reduces its effectiveness on the ground underneath its tilt axis. So I don't think building a leaning hover bike with a single hover pad is going to work very well, which is why I had those extra hover pads on the sides that were already tilted. But let's just try it, because it's not that hard to get our basic functionality established. All right, I think we already got basic bike down. We got space to go. Okay, so far so good. Oh yeah, now there we go. When I lean, actually, it's really not as bad as I was expecting. I'm not leaning that much though. Ugh, there are some weird artifacts happening though. All right, let me increase the strength of the balance gyro until we get to the shaking point, and then dial it back a little bit, because if I go maximum, oh, I guess we have enough weight that maximum is perfectly fine. All right, now let's see when I bump this up to 8. All right, that's a little bit too much. Go 6. All right, now we're shaking oddly. That's weird. I didn't expect this gyro to affect this gyro. That is very strange. I don't know yet how to feel about this, other than bad. I just feel bad right now. I'm definitely vibrating. I feel like I don't want to be vibrating. All right, well, actually, this all of a sudden doesn't feel bad. All right, I think I need fins. Oh no, let's use quantum rudders. All right, this is almost getting to the point of like working the way I want it to, because the way that it like scoops now into the turns, that's what I was looking for. But there's a weird hang up it has when swapping sides. You can see that where like I'm just like riding my edge straight for a little bit before it actually starts to bank, because I don't like that right there. This is almost working on the small scale. I wasn't expecting this. All right, so what I did right now is I turned off my gyro steering underneath my yaw, and now I'm leaving it just to these quantum rudders just to make sure that and confirm that they were actually steering me in the right direction. And it does appear so. Let me double, triple confirm by reversing them and seeing if it actually causes the reverse effect to happen. So now if I turn, yeah, okay. So I still lean that direction, but you can see that the quantum rudders are turning me in the opposite direction that I want to go. All right, so they are working as intended, and this is looking really good as far as the hover pad strength. You can clearly see that we're keeping our ground clearance and we're hovering through the banking and the turning. And the lean looks really nice. The big thing that I'm struggling with right now is not unturning. Unturning is kind of fine, but then turning in the other direction has that weird 1 second of me riding the edge of the hover pads and not turning. But this has a lot of potential with just 2 hover pads instead of, how many did I use on the other one? I don't know, I used like 7 hover pads on the other one. To do this with just 2 hover pads and have it work nicely, I'm really determined to try to get there. Part of me wonders if I add steering, like a little steering hinge here, if this is gonna help or hurt me. Now you can see that the front end actually kind of steers in. I don't know if or why that might change things. Doesn't seem like it helps anything, but perhaps if I add, I don't know. This is actually probably gonna be a bad thing to add fins to the front for like a little bit of aerodynamic direction, like redirectionality. But the way that I tilt, I think it's gonna end up tilting my nose into the ground instead. All right, so now my quantum rudders on the back, hopefully they'll counteract that force in the front. All right, so we got that. That actually doesn't feel too bad. And we got that. There is still a bit of like a dead zone during the turns. Oh, you know what? Reintroducing my gyro steering might actually help with this. All right, so now there's that aspect of it. So that might actually help me do the steering thing. We go that way. That looks fine and normal. And then we unsteer. Oh, you know what? You know what might be needed? Front to back stabilization. Theoretically, we shouldn't because these should be balancing front to back. But maybe this will just help a little bit. Now let's see what happens if I steer. It actually seems worse now. Yeah, it definitely feels better without those. Interesting. Wasn't expecting that. All right, this isn't a problem I expected to encounter. It's a weird one. I do feel like having some fins in the back, even though I do have the quantum rudders, I think it wouldn't hurt to add some actual fins in the back as well. Oh, a spoiler would look really cool though, wouldn't it? But it would probably actually ruin things. Before we even think about a spoiler right now, let's see if these fins make any difference. We're so close to just being really, really awesome. We're kind of awesome, but I want to be really awesome on this one. It's just the back and forth does not do what I need it to do. It's weird how there's this dead zone of no steering before it kicks in. All right, I'm going to up the sensitivity of the steering gyro. I'm going to go back up to what was too sensitive before. Let's just see what happens if I switch directions with that sensitivity. I also need some more thrust. We got to be faster with this thing. All right, well, that actually feels super maneuverable, but if I undo it... Okay, that does fix our problem. It's a pretty simple fix, but at the cost of, I feel like it's a little too sharp steering right now. But now we do immediately lean into the next turn. This is pretty cool. This is feeling really cool right now. All right, man, this is actually really nice for a hoverbike. Let's do a water test real quick, because being with hover pads means we should theoretically work on the water. Just gonna make sure the transition isn't too aggressive. Oh boy, this is kind of aggressive. All right, nice smooth. There we go. Smooth transition. How's this feeling? A little bouncy. Oh, it's getting worse. Oh, what's going on with that? That's not something I want to be dealing with. Is it just all this downforce? Maybe a spoiler in the back could help with that. Oh, that would look so cool. I need this in my life right now. I really doubt it's going to do anything positive for this. The faster we go, the more it's just gonna push this hover pad into the ground. But I need this in my life. All right, look at that. That's kind of a perfect attachment point right there. All right, let's just drive around on the ground first. All right, going straight at least, not a big deal. Oh, okay. Not a huge deal. I definitely have more downforce in the front, in the back now. Let's see how that translates now, driving over the water. Got a nice smooth transition. There we go. Oh, I have waves. All right, disable waves. You know what? This actually really seems to be helping. You can definitely see the effect where my backside's down more, but I feel like it stabilized the bouncing. Look, we're not having that feedback loop. What about turning on the... Ooh, that was scary. I would like that not to be an issue. But is it an issue, really? Does touching the water matter that much? I do want to be faster. I only have a single thruster right now. Just a single space thruster. I can't believe how... I did not expect this scale to be workable. I really thought my first test was gonna be like, okay, let's add a bunch more hover pads, but no, I'm making this work with just 2 hover pads. This is going to work. And then I want to try to deck it out to make it look cool too, which is always a huge challenge for me, but I think it's possible. All right, more thrust is needed. Where am I gonna fit it? There's room for things somewhere. Oh, where's our center? Our center of mass is right there. That could have been a factor with our thrust. So could I put my thrust here, kind of closer to the center of mass? I don't know if I want these anymore. These could then be moved backwards. All right, we're definitely a lot faster now. I do feel like I'm feeling the effects of the, well, I mean, I am feeling the effects of the spoiler more because we're faster. That's just how downforce works. I don't know if no, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Ah, all right, I think I'm gonna get rid of the steering hinge that was in the middle. I just don't see it as that necessary. Because I've also added this cool design that connects the front and the back segments. So, okay, so we do still have the issue of the spoiler in the back is too much downforce compared to the front, but can I fit this cool looking thing up front actually? It's gonna require moving this way farther forward. I don't think this is gonna work. I'm gonna sneak in this, oh, I can't. It has no attachment point. Maybe I can sneak it in like right there. No, then that's gonna look weird. I don't know, it doesn't look... Oh, whoa. What's going on now with the bouncing? Did I like negate the use of the spoiler because it's covered in pieces? It's probably not even doing anything. Oh, that back spoiler, it looks so cool, but it might actually be kind of ruining things. I actually don't know if I can steer on the water right now. Here, let's see what happens. Okay, I can kind of fly. I'm going very steady, very stable. There you go, we landed on the water. Now steer. It's not the best. Yeah, I'm bouncing again. I'm wondering if adding pitch stabilizers might actually be worth it at this point. Where I could fit them without looking bad, I don't know right now. Maybe like in the back here. All right, let's see if this ruins it again. This felt worse last time I used them. I don't know yet. Bounce, yes. I could definitely feel them working. We still bounce on the water, but I think we're stabilizing out. All right, now let's turn. I might need to strengthen them. I'm only on 3 right now, but we can function on the water. I still want more thrust. I don't know why I want to go faster. This is pretty fast, but I want to go even faster. Yeah, that's bad. All right, I bumped them up to 6, and I also allowed a toggle. So now if I press number 1, I toggle them off, which I like because it allows me to have this nice flying, like straight flying trajectory. Then I get here and I turn them on. You can see it level me out. We do have that issue though, but that might not be an actual like water issue as much as like, look at how much I slow down, but that's because I am hitting the water. So it is a water issue. How do I turn without the nose going down? Maybe I need less strength of steering actually. Let's turn everything down a little bit because I was feathering the steering was actually feeling better than just holding it down. So let's turn this down to 2. Let's turn the leaning down to 2. And let's turn the turning strength down to 1. Oh no, maximum strength, but turning rate down to 1 on the quantum rudders. All right, now you can, there's a huge difference now. Is that enough leaning to feel cool? This is kind of giving me Jet Moto vibes. Anybody ever played Jet Moto? It was like a PlayStation game. All right, bumping the lean strength up a little bit. Yeah, that's a good lean. I feel like I like that lean. All right, this is cool. All right, this is actually feeling pretty nice. You know, I feel like this is the Harley Davidson aesthetic for hover bikes. This is definitely giving me, with like the saddlebags, giving me like the Harley Davidson vibe. Ooh, that turn felt so much nice. Oh, it's so good all of a sudden. All right, now I actually want, I don't think I need that ugly looking spoiler underneath right now. This is coming along. This is gonna turn into a really nice build. Okay, we get rid of that. I don't think we need that anymore because now we got the pitch stabilizers. Oh, this feels nice. I do wish I could steer a little bit sharper. You know, I'm gonna add an e-brake to this thing. Not as much an e-brake as just like a You press spacebar, you turn sharper. Kind of has a similar feeling of using an e-brake in racing games, but it's gonna be a little bit less speed based and more actual turning based. So I'm just gonna duplicate this gyro up here. Oh, I need to use logic if I want a single button. Yeah, I want a single button. No matter which direction I'm turning, left or right, that button makes that direction of turning sharper. Because right now I would have to have a separate button for left e-brake and right e-brake. Okay, I think I can do this. It's just a matter of, do I have space for the logic here? I need a separate logic gate per left and right. Maybe I can actually do that. This is gonna be my steering outputs. So this will give a negative output if I press D. This will give a positive output if I press A. But now we need the AND thing, which is gonna be spacebar. So yeah, this will go out to both of those logic gates when I press spacebar. So now you can see when I press left, it gets one input. When I hold space and press left, it gets another input, and then it has an output. I press right. Oh, this one needs... Hold on, this one needs not what I was expecting. So this sends a negative output, but D is actually the input that it needs to match. So now D, then space D, then it sends a negative output. Okay. All right. This is gonna work. And then both of these go out to this gyro, and this gyro will have a strength of 2. All right, so now here's my normal steering, and if I hold space, we have extra steering. My boosters now should just be W to go forward, and I will get rid of air control. There we go. So regular, sharp, e-brake, e-brake. How's that feel? Yeah, I think I can even have a stronger e-brake, actually. Oh, that does give me e-brake vibes. Yeah, so here's normal steering. Not very sharp, but if I just tap the space bar, oh, and it works in both directions. One button, 2 directions. Oh, this is good. This is turning into like a really cool vehicle. This might be like workshop worthy. I only think about uploading vehicles to the workshop when I feel like they're user friendly and you don't have to like have a bunch of builder knowledge to understand how to use it. This one, I feel like it's coming out pretty intuitive. Look at the e-brake there. So the e-brake is probably not going to be ideal for water driving, but let's go ahead and try things out here. All right, so here's us turning on the water right now. It's really, really nice at its default turning. All right, and then now let's do e-brake. Okay, not too bad. You gotta pay attention not to go too slow though. You know, wait, actually this thing turns nice sharp now. It doesn't dip into the water anymore. Oh, this is doing great. Okay, so now I just kind of want a little bit more thrust. We have a nice cruise. I feel like we're at a good cruising speed right now, but I want to feel kind of fast. Where can I add more thrust? I don't really have a lot of room, do I? If I were to add more thrust, I mean, another space thruster would be nice. Can it fit? What is this? This is just regular block, regular block. Okay, we have room. Space thruster goes right there, and these blocks go right here, and these go back in place. We've just hidden another space thruster in here. So that's a 50% increase in power. How's it feeling? Uh-oh. Ow. I feel this is good. I feel like this is reasonable. Oh, this is so nice. This thing feels really nice. What does like first person look like? Oh, this is nice. I like first person as well. Whoa. Okay, hold on. Come on, come on, come on. All right, turning on stabilization again. There we go. All right, now let's try to turn around this pillar. I can tap space to feather the e-brake a little bit. Do a big turn. This is interesting. Look at the steering wheel. I'm holding down the left turn button maximum, like I'm holding down A for turning. And when I use the e-brake, it also changes the steering wheel angle, which doesn't make any sense to me because I'm not adding any more input into the seat itself. That's weird. Huh. I don't know why that It happens. I guess it's kind of, the steering wheel itself is kind of reading the trajectory of your entire vehicle rather than just your input into the seat. Oh, ow. Whoa, oh, this thing looks kind of cool from this perspective. Whoa, oh, now this is giving Jet Moto vibes here. Oh, this is a cool perspective, dang. I think it looks good. I kind of want to paint it. Painting, I often end up ruining the aesthetics of things by painting them. I might want to add something else in here. I don't know, I think that kind of looks cool. Oh, that we could do this. I think that looks okay. Do we want to just kind of fill in this gap here? Lower its clearance just a little bit in the middle. I think that actually does look a little bit better with lower clearance. Yeah, so if you need for any reason to like go up a hill, press number 1. It disables the stabilizers and allows you to angle upwards. Problem is that you get so much speed that you end up flying. But then you can just enable them again. But yeah, now you can't really go uphill. But yeah, if you give it enough speed, that back spoiler, it actually lets you have a nice kind of trajectory. All right, let's give it some speed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Into the water we go. Couldn't recover from that one. But we're not really supposed to be flying in this thing. All right, if I was to paint this thing up, how would I want to paint it? All right, I think I've got it visually how I want it. So I'm really curious to take it on a race course and just, I'm not going to be going for any like, you know, record-breaking times or anything. I just want to see how it feels driving. I feel like this is going to be really fun to drive on the Grand Prix race course. So let's hop over there and give it a test run. And every time I spawn this thing in, I'm actually surprised at how much I like the aesthetics. I'm usually not too much. I usually, things don't look as good as I wanted them to. This one kind of exceeded my own expectations. I'm happy with it. All right, let's see how it feels on this race here. Oh, I can't. I have to do a hover race. Actually, oh wait, no, I don't need to do, I wasn't competing for times. I just got to drive I just wanted to drive the course and see how it feels. So yeah, here we go. All right. The main steering is definitely pretty shallow, pretty wide, as you can see, but I think it feels kind of fine, especially for the higher speeds. But the spacebar is just super useful. Let's see how we can handle these racing lines. One thing I did notice about this thing that I haven't actually mentioned outright is the weight is very back heavy, which makes it want to oversteer, but it's got so much stabilization. Like right now, right there, it was kind of just, there was some residual oversteer, but it's very, very subtle and really easy to just counter. So it's not a huge deal actually, but it is one small gripe I do have with this thing, is it'll kind of drift a little bit more than you want it to. But as far as like the feel of it goes, it's actually feeling really nice. Here's first person a little bit, and I think this might actually be the best camera for this vehicle. I think it aesthetically just gives it the best vibe. All right. Oh, you know what? This shallow steering that I have is actually kind of perfect for this turn right here. Oh, and then we lose it a little bit. We gotta add the e-brake in there. Yes. Yes. This is feeling so good. All right. Oh, turn this way. That one wasn't so good. I messed up that. The oversteer did affect me a little bit there. All right. And we're back in. It does kind of bounce a little bit more than I want it to once we get up to speed, but it's not too bad. Oh, look at that. Can slow down, steer really, really quick, get over into the pit stop. And look at that. This thing feels great. This, I think, is a huge improvement over my 2019 Hoverbike. Yeah, that thing was 5 years ago. So let me know what you guys think about this. And are there any other like super, super old Trailmakers builds that were just using such an old version of the game that you think would be worth a revisit? That one just popped in the head with the whole motorcycle theme I've been doing lately, and I think that this was a great thing to rebuild. It's a completely different creation at this point. So go ahead and check out that old video if you want to see where I came from and where I'm at now. And I didn't realize you could do donuts with a hoverbike. This is actually pretty epic. I like this a lot. So yeah, if you have any other old creations, if you're an OG fan of the channel and you remember some cool Trailmakers creations that you'd like to see upgraded and revamped with the new technology, let me know down in the comments below. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, you'll probably enjoy some more stuff you can find right here on the end screen. Hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.